Well, well, well. Hello to each and every one of you here this evening. We'll just perform a quick microphone check here. Apologies for you hearing my voice as well as my voice again. You see, sometimes when I listen to the broadcast back, it seems as though there's a whole lot of smacking going on. Like, why is he chewing taffy during the broadcast? I don't know, and then sometimes it goes away. The world is full of mystery, and indeed we have some mysteries to solve this evening. We are in France, at the circuit Jean-Luc Picard, named for arguably the greatest starship captain in history, or the future, whichever. We are in France, however, and quite a battle is going to take place here tonight. We are looking at several racing drivers, the top of which, as far as the points is concerned, is a fellow by the name of Jonathan Cox. He has 108 points, looking at the tables here of Tuesday Night Racing, which, by the way, if I didn't mention that, that's what this is. In case you didn't know where we were or what day it was, it's Tuesday. It is nighttime in parts of the world anyway. Other places it's a lovely fall afternoon. Anyway. So, Jonathan Cox, 108 points. That's fantastic. But behind him is Do Will, who has 20 points. And I'm just going to do a quick scroll here. For the love of God, I don't see Do Will. So that's unfortunate. That'll be big in the points today. I Fishers is third in points, minus 35 points. Behind is what he is. Let's see. Is he in this race? Where is he? Oh, good. There he is indeed. Then we have GFO Leclerc in fourth points, 40 points behind. Oh, and here he is now. Then we have in fifth place GFO Seb. Where are you, my good sir? Oh, there you are. Yeah, mystery solved. See, I told you. Let's see. Then who else do we have in the points as we look about? Well, we'll have to just look at that later, because I'm tired of looking at it. We are readying up, and these gentlemen are ready to go. It is a reverse grid here with Tuesday Night Racing, which means they take the championship points, they flip it on its head, and away we go. Will be very exciting. There's no qualifying. There will just be a formation lap. Although I have seen some racing drivers who do like to treat the formation lap as though it is a qualifying lap, or a racing lap of some kind. Not advisable. Look at that little tricky part of the circuit. Here's another one here as we load into this beautiful circuit here in the south of France, which I did not know. Perhaps you, the viewer, did not as well. This is a stone's throw, really. I mean, you'd have to be quite strong and a tiny... Anyway, from Monaco, which I did not know, is west of Monaco. It's in the south of France, and I think it's in some sort of national forest or something, or nearby one. Anyway, lovely area, I'm told. Now, lots and lots of racing going to take place here tonight. Who will drink the victory wine? Who will have to settle for, well, just a wine in the incidents channel, perhaps? We will wait and we will see. Now, all the drivers selecting their setups, their attire strategy, thinking to themselves, what will I do? What are my plans? How will it work out on the pit lane here this evening? Between teammates as they come into the pits, how will they communicate with one another? Will they communicate with one another? Who's in a party with their friends? Who is not? Very interesting. So indeed, again, your points leader is Jonathan Cox, which, as I understand, he did not have a very good season last year, finishing well back in the... Oh, pardon. Oh, no, I'm being told he actually did quite well and ended up being the season champion last season. So that's quite impressive for that young fellow. I'm sure he's quite pleased with his performance. But hopefully he's not living in the past. He must maintain his focus on today. Going forward here at this French circuit, here are your predicted pit stop strategies. Lots of things. One stop or a two. What tires? Oh, yep. I was waiting for someone to turn on the the information here. Let's go to a full track map. Telemetry. Of course we... Nope, don't care. Yeah, perhaps, why not? Nope, too much. Detail, we want... What tire are they beginning the race on? Indeed. Okay, so out front it is Toonfun. And then it is the Extremist. Medium to soft tire between the two of them. Interesting. Bagoose on the medium tire in third. FTH in fourth. On the medium as well. Then it is our good friend Maverick. On soft tires. Hoping to give a bit of a goose to the field there. Get it, Maverick and... then we have Mr. Elite in sixth place. In really just the loveliest car in Formula One, says this reporter. The AlphaTauri. We have Gerard. We have Ian. Oh, look out for this. Wishing you a better nightmare than perhaps this fellow would like to give the rest of his competitors today. He wants them sleeping not so soundly tonight and will do all he can. Okay. Oh, there's good old Stringy B back there in the 10th position. Careful, fellows, on this formation lap. There we have Hazard in the McLaren. Oh, and who's this? Back there in the Racing Point, it is the good doctor. GFO 7 13th, followed by GFO Leclerc in 14th position. I Fishers. There he is, and in the final position, your point leader, Jonathan Cox. So, wait, what? Just reading a couple of comments there. Oh no, what has happened with GFO Seb and GFO Leclerc? Have they had some sort of, coming together, perhaps? Oh, no. Nevertheless, let us move forward. Who will we ride with? It seems I want to ride with some soft tires. We've been riding with Maverick. Let's do it once again. We want intervals. I think we're ready, folks. I think I've got it set. Let's get rid of, this. And this just... No. And here we go, waiting for the lights to go out. We can't see them. Oh my, they are all on, and now they are all out. And away we go. At the French Grand Prix, down into turn 1. Will it be clean? Let's hope so. What? Oh no, that is one car spinning. Who is that? Who was that? That was... I could not tell who that was. Perhaps that was GFO Leclerc. Someone cutting a corner there. Perhaps running wide. Let's run up a little further. What is going on with Toonfun? Oh, we have lost a driver already. The Extremist and... yes, indeed. Safety car is out. I feel pretty proud of myself. It took me a lot less time to notice it that time. Usually it's like a lap later. So, yes, indeed, we have unfortunately lost the Extremist. Something a bit too extreme happening today in his race, and we are sorry to have lost him. Last week, I do believe he was his... Maybe I'm remembering incorrectly. I believe it was his first race, and he ran some hard tires for quite some time. Anyway, let's go back and see how they are running. Bagos is your leader, followed by Toonfun, FTH, and Mr. Elite. Let's take a quick peek here, also, as we go round the field. Who has all their wings intact? Let's take just a quick little view. How are you, sir? Oh, you're looking fine. Oh, look at this lovely view. How's everyone feeling? Oh no, he's not feeling very well at all. GFO Seb will have to come in, certainly. He is missing part of his wing. But he has chosen not to do so. Very interesting. Oh, and there is your reason why it was only a virtual safety car. However, how will that affect GFO Seb? It cannot possibly be good for him. No, indeed. Your leader, Bagos, leading them down through this twisty turny circuit here in the south of France. Let's move back through the field a bit and look at Mr. Elite. Trying to make a move in front of him onto FTH. Back in the pack there is racing everywhere. Bagos tries to break the draft on Toonvan, but Toonvan says, I'm still here, sir. Try as you might, my good sir. Oh, take that, you coon. No one needs your services. We're better off without you. Oh, look at that coon. He had a good corner there, though. The stewards... I am being informed right away the stewards are calling the coon for corner cutting. He is arguing that it was not his fault, but the stewards are... Okay. Let's see. There is Gerard in 5th place. Back here to Hazard, who is trying to close the gap on Maverick. Maverick runs wide indeed. Settling back in, he will have Seb on him. How is Seb doing without that front right wing? How long can he nurse that around? He is in 8th position. I believe he restarted there, perhaps maybe a position forward. Meanwhile, Fishers, let's look back here and work our way back towards... I see Jonathan Cox has quite a gap to make up onto the good doctor. Fishers makes a strong move onto Mr. Nightmare. I have a nightmare for you, good sir. You see this orange McLaren? Speeding past you and speeding away. Dream of that tonight. Ooh, hard on the brakes was Maverick. I do believe it appears as though Maverick's car is not what he wants it to be quite yet. Massage those soft tires, Maverick. Work your magic. Oh, buddy, it is I Fishers. Inside. There he goes. As he finishes that move, let's go up front and see what's going on with Toonfun and FTH. They are battling hard side by side, bringing Mr. Elite into the mix in the AlphaTauri. Oh, and who is that? Also behind is Gerard. Also, I believe his 2nd race here. What can Gerard do? A strong showing, I remember last week. Not sure if he got the finish he wanted, but... Oh, look at this. Can we see this angle every time? That is just lovely. Around they go. Sweeping continually is the name of the game here. Oh my, tight racing is indeed on these medium tires for these racing drivers. The softs appearing to not fare well for the drivers on them. We cannot pull away from this battle. It is just too much. Can Gerard make a move? And this is bringing Hazard into it. Meanwhile, your leader Bagos trying to get away. DRS hopefully will be open soon for FTH. He wants that to be so. As he closes to within half a second. Let's move back in the field just for a moment and see what's going on here with Jonathan Cox still trying to close in for us. He has a second to close in, so let's stay with these close battles here. Back there it looks like Stringy B and Devil's Nightmare having a bit of a how do you do. And it appears as though Mr. B is doing just a touch better. Devil's Nightmare falling a few positions. Let's take a peek at whatever it's called. The position change. I'm incorrect. Apologies to Mr. Nightmare. Only 1 position lost since the beginning of this race. However, we know Maverick is not where he started. Let's move up because we do have Mr. Elite and this pack of drivers just all over one another. It says AlphaTauri on this car for a reason, says Mr. Elite, not secondary or tertiary Tauri. Out of the way, ooh, oh, a little bumpadoo there on Bagos. I do love a good spirited bit of go-kart type racing, but these front wings of these Formula 1 vehicles don't like it. They don't like contact, and I know the stewards and codemasters don't like it. Oh, these drivers racing fiercely. This and that, tit for tat. Oh, we have drivers pitting. We do have Leclerc and Dr. Lemons coming in to the pits. This racing action is just too fierce. Let's see what is going on with iFishers closing the gap onto GF. Seb in 7th position, although one of those may have been from one of the cars that pit. This pack of cars, we just cannot leave them. They are giving us quite a show indeed here at this, race. Zooming round and round. DRS wide open for those drivers who worked hard enough to achieve that particular whatever. We want tire, we want interval still, yes. Hazard all trying to close up onto Toon. Seb making a move onto Hazard. Look at these racing drivers. Room must be given. Not much, but you must give some. Oh, and that is Toon going to the inside of GFO Seb, but Seb maintains strong. Toon being patient. Yellow flag out in that sector. Don't quite see what that was for. Nevertheless, they race on. Oh, let's look at this. We have not been able to see Jonathan Cox do much today, but thankfully he's finally decided to give us something to watch. Close the gap, he finally did. And here he is, all over his teammate, Mr. B. I have DRS on you, sir. I'll be passing you shortly. Make a note of it. Will he have enough time there? Mr. B gives space. An aggressive move. Oh, and the Red Bulls touch. Oh no, the Red Bulls have spun one another, and that is your point leader losing a wing, spinning round. Oh no. There are many, many laps here. Did Mr. B have damage from that? There are many laps indeed. Yes, that was the left wing of Mr. B. What will the conversations be in the Red Bull garage? Meanwhile, it is Seb. Oh, I cannot believe that has occurred between the two teammates. Let's see a quick peek here. Anyone making any sort of racing moves? I do see Gerard all over the back of Mr. Nightmare. There he goes now. Not quite ready to make the move as we watch the intervals above. FTH is your leader, by the way. I believe I may have missed something up front there because there was just such fierce racing action. Apologies to those drivers. Let's go up front and as we ride on board with your leader. In fact, let's do just that for a lap around this lovely circuit. Portion of the track referred to as the straightaway. I believe that's French. I'm not sure. We are going to have to cut away and go down here to this battle, though these cars are side by side. As fun as that onboard view is, we want to see racing. That's what we're here for. That's what we paid good money. That's why these ones of viewers are tuned in tonight to see good quality racing. The Ferrari of Bagos being hounded by iFishers. Oh, apologies, no, he is doing the hounding of Seb. The McLarens doing battle. Not coming together as did the Red Bulls. One team saying to the other, we play well together. Perhaps you boys should be a little, but who knows what's going on inside those racing drivers' helmets, I'll tell you. Heated, passionate racing type feelings. We may be teammates, but once we get onto the racing surface, it is no holds barred. You might hold one or two, I'll be holding none. That vicious Bagos. Oh my, one will have to give. Who will it be? Bagos lifts, he did not want to. Is he just setting back up for a move, a revenge move onto Fishers? No, he does not have it. As your leader, FTH, has received a 3-second time penalty. The first that I have seen. Does he have more? Let's move back through the field here. Still watching your points leader anyway, Jonathan Cox, back in 10th place. As iFishers continues to, this group here, just the battling they've been showing us here today is pretty badly. Oh, look at that. Can he make this move around the outside? Oh, my. Oh, he really wants to. You could tell, even once it wasn't there, he was like, I still really would like to complete this move on the outside. Ah, damn it, he said. I can't. Oh, wait. You know what? Go ahead, Bagos. Just... sure, I'm sure no one will notice that. What is he doing? Is he coming into the pits? No. Perhaps something happened there with Bagos. We're not sure. He'll get it sorted out, no doubt. As these drivers sort of settle into a comfortable little quick take a breath. Ah. And then we're back at it as they sweep into turn 1. Turn 2 as the car loses all, it just flies out there. Oh no, Hazard has a penalty. And that was not my fault at all. We need to see what is Fischer's doing. He is all over the back of Seb. He will have DRS on Seb. Oh, and I like that right there. That looked very nice there from Fischer's coming out of there. And now the DRS to boot. He will cut hard to the ends. Oh no, it's just a sort of nice Han Solo type list. Oh my, these racing drivers are being very feisty through this section. Fischer's fighting back. GFO Seb not giving up the position and forcing him down the track. My goodness. We are seeing some definite good battles here today. A lot of feisty type of feelings. Here's this lovely view we love. My goodness, and it is not over, ladies and gentlemen. Go nowhere. Do not leave your seat. Oh! And that is Seb right. Maybe ran a bit, just had... Oh, what is going on there? Is he coming into the pits? He must be coming into the pits. No, he didn't. A very fine move there by Seb, I do believe, ladies and gentlemen. We are seeing Seb did not like how he made that move on iFishers and gave it back. But now he says, okay, well, now that that's done, I'd like to take it back again. Ooh, goodness me. These two drivers driving hard, and what they are doing is bringing Hazard into the mix. Oh, and Hazard is there. What will he do? Is he a time biter or a dive inner? We'll see. Many drivers here, from Seb back to Bagos and Gerard. All drivers should have DRS, I think, in this line. And there goes Seb. Around Fischer's again. Look at them go. As we look back through the rest of your racing drivers, really this is where the battle is at. We're right on board with various drivers, but no one else on track besides this group is giving us, is in a position to give us something to really focus on. These gentlemen here, however, are just going back and forth, tit for tat. Just whatever other sort of phrase means that, they are doing it. There is no telling who is going to come out on this, and I want you to not lose sight, viewer. There he goes, finally. I was just getting ready to say that GFO Seb, that missing front wing platelet McGee off of his vehicle must have been affecting him, but what a great job he did driving without it. Applause to you, good sir. Oh, and what has happened with Devil's Nightmare? Let's ride on board here with Leclerc. Will we see the stricken machine of the Nightmare? Now that must have... Did he crash into... I'm confused. I don't see where he went. That is unfortunate though, however. Meanwhile, Jonathan Cox tarries on, tarries on. You can't ruin my day, he says. I'm the point leader. And here's me trying to remind you of that. Meanwhile, this battle, it is Hazard making a move on iFishers, I think. I was away from it for a moment. That's certainly what it looks like to me. And this section, ladies and gentlemen, has been the place to battle today. Look at them go. Oh my, indeed. Fierce is the action. Again, they come through this big sweepy McGee here in France. The McLaren's doing battle. Many racing drivers going wide there. I do believe we saw... Not sure who that was. Let's see what's going on with Gerard as he is trying to close the gap here. One of the... Oh no, well, let's go back to Mr. B, who is making a big run on Maverick. Clean through that corner go those gentlemen, both good, clean drivers. We have lots happening here. Pit stops being made. Fishers is in the pits. Where will he come out? And let's not lose sight of where Seb was. Let's ride on board with Seb as these other drivers have stopped. Because they were all together, at least Fishers was. Right up there in that group with GFO Seb. Where will they come together? Watching for Fishers coming out of the pits by Seb. And Fishers has done it. He has stayed quite a good deal ahead here of GFO Seb, so good for you, young fellow. That gives the lead. Still, it is FTH out front. He has a 4.2 second lead over Mr. Elite. Let's go back to Bagos, who is trying, it appears to be, to make a move onto Mr. Cox. Or was it Jonathan Cox who has just passed him? Perhaps that is what occurred. Jonathan Cox, what is his strategy? Certainly he must just make it a one-stop race. Which other racing drivers will be doing that as well? Let's go down here to Mr. B, who is trying to close up onto Gerard while Maverick does the same. How will this work out? Your point leader currently running 5th, but he still has to pit. And here come all these racing drivers. Look at this. The pit lane is a busy place indeed as Hazard takes over. He stays out. Who will be your leader here? Is that your leader there, GFO Leclerc? Once Hazard pits. No, FTH is going to maintain. Good for you, young fellow. Huh? Shows what I know and understand about things. Look at you go. So, once Hazard decides to pit. Gerard. Multiple warnings, the stewards say. We're tired of your malfeasance, sir. It is time to slap you upon the wrist. Slap. 3 seconds. How do you feel about that, sir? Perhaps next time. Oh, Dr. Lemons as well. The stewards getting feisty, handing out penalties. Gentlemen, you will adhere to our rules. Up here, what is happening? Oh, Jonathan Cox is all over the back of Toonfen. Oh, he is beating the hell out of Toonfen. Out of the way, you! Certainly Toonfen won't appreciate that. I can't imagine a universe that exists in which Toonfen would appreciate that. What will he have to say about it? Anything much? Will he return the smackety-doo out of the rear end of Mr. Jonathan Cox? Toonfen fights hard back into that. But I don't think he's got anything for those new... Yep. Yes, it is Jonathan Cox who has finished that move on Toonfen. What was going on there? Perhaps bad blood exists between the two of them. I don't know if that's true or not, but let's pretend that it is just for today. They hate one another, and hopefully that's a rivalry that will continue. If that's not true, well, then whatever. But anyway, moving here we see. It is Hazard, and there they are again together, the McLarens of iFishers and Vroom Hazard. Your point leader, Jonathan Cox, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I like his position right now. Though he is not out front where he would like to be, I don't think it's much at all to consider that he might bring down that interval there and do something, have something to say about a podium. I don't think that's unrealistic at all. And if you think that's unrealistic, well then hard cheese to you, sir. Meanwhile, I'm not sure what happened there, but I still stand by, I must be honest, I do still stand by that I think he could have Hazard still hounding iFishers earth could have possibly happened back there with Jonathan Cox? Did I miss something? Did I miss a return? Something from Toonfun, perhaps? I have no idea if that actually happened or not. Or was it Maverick? I do feel like there was a white car there, but who knows? Meanwhile, the closest battle that we do have is these McLarens giving us the show here, while other drivers are just busy giving one another the business. But these two drivers have been going back at it. Toonfun, with multiple warnings there, has received a penalty. Not sure how many he might have. How again will that play out here at the end of the race? All drivers now on the hard tire, save Stringy B and the Maverick. What is going on back with those two? They are battling a bit here. As once again it appears as though Fishers and Hazard have swapped the 4th and the 5th positions. Maverick will have DRS here on Mr. B. No, he will not be able to do anything there. He would not have it. I'm an idiot. Fishers, however, not done by a long shot. All over the back of Hazard is he. Meanwhile, out front, let's not lose sight here of your leader, FTH. RRC 8-1. Lovely helicopter view here. That reminds me of the old video games. Just the overhead view there of the little racing machine. Good times indeed. Second place is Mr. Elite. They're giving us this shot, and I like it. Let's go back. Are they giving that to all the drivers? Yeah, they are on it here. This is the helicopter view. Perhaps I am starting to figure out how this works. Nope, fail. So we will stay on board here. Oh, we will not. We will go up to GFO Leclerc. Enough of you, McLarens. We've had enough of watching you. GFO Leclerc is about to try to give us a show onto Mr. Elite. However, Leclerc is on very old hard tires. Wouldn't that be something indeed if somehow GFO Leclerc ran those tires for... What would that end up being? 22 laps? My goodness, certainly that can't be possible. But he is in the Alpha Tauri. No, he's not. Idiot. Clearly. Struggling today. Myself, not those tires. Meanwhile, GFO Leclerc still continues to hound Mr. Elite down into turn 1. A much better place to get a clean pass done, and the clean pass is done. Oh, but he runs wide there. Mr. Elite does on exit. I thought Leclerc did as well and was going to receive one. Perhaps he got a warning. They both did the same thing. But it is Mr. Elite who has received the penalty. Let's go down here to... These McLarens are still going at it, as has been their custom this entire race. Down here, let's look at Mr. B. He and Maverick, I believe, have been close together for quite some time. Your point leader, Jonathan Cox, having a couple of different spinneroos here today, still finds himself in 8th place. GFO Seb also running afoul of the stewards. Many drivers doing so. Very, Stringy B thinks about it. He says, hello there, sir. But it was not to be. Not quite yet, anyway. Let's go up front, because it looks as though Mr. Elite... Is he going to get a bit of a run here onto GFO Leclerc? No. Oh, maybe. I have a feeling when I listen to this back that I will have regretted not moving my microphone further away from my face before taking that mighty drink of water right there. Hope that was an old gulpy McGulpsel out there in the ears of you listeners. Okay, back here to your point leader, Jonathan Cox. He is closing in on Toonfan. I mean, I don't even... Let's just ride along. Smoothly they go on to the backstretch. Jonathan Cox will have DRS, and he receives the commentator's curse. Oops-a-daisy, Toonfan moves to the inside as Cox goes around to the outside. Toonfan sliding back in behind. The smart decision there, let the faster driver through. Well done, both gentlemen there. Moving up. Oh, look at this. Wonder of wonders. It is a couple of McLarens racing one another, but one of them, Fishers, has just picked up a 3-second penalty. I think that's a decision he'll regret, because we all know it often comes down to the penalties here in these races. You will think you've got a podium. You've got it. And then someone who respected the rules a bit better than you did comes along and snatches it right away, and it is, well, it's very depressing. GFO Seb, look at me. I have 2 wings now. I'm going to be faster than I was before. Oh, good God, what was that? What has happened indeed? Fishers, suffering some sort of something. Or was that perhaps just the only... Did he want to let GFO Seb go past for some reason? Whichever, whether he wanted to or not. That brief twitchy maneuver took him off the track, took GFO Seb through, and away goes Seb to try to catch Hazard. Well, that was unexpected. Meanwhile, let's look back here. Gerard making a move. Hello, Bagos. Goodbye, Bagos. I'll just make a right turn here, little left-hand flick, and down the stretch I go. Gerard having a nice strong race here, race number 2 in Tuesday Night Racing. Smooth is the name of the game, young man. And do you know, and I could be wrong here, but the way I looked at the points, I am pretty sure that even in a short time, given some of the driver changes we've had, Gerard is currently running, well, he's got some points. Good for him. Good for you, good sir. Moving up. Fishers. Really evenly spaced out here, these 3 drivers. The big group before that was giving us all that racing. Not really doing so now. Mr. B and Maverick. Oh, Mr. B coming into the pit lane. Getting off of those 12-lap medium tires. What will he go on to here? Probably a soft tire, yes indeed. Then they are rosy and red are these 4 circular shaped objects going on to the 4 corners of the vehicle. Mounted and lug-nutted on or whatever, and away we go. Will Mr. B be going for the fast lap? That certainly must be his idea there. As... oh, sorry, missed that. There goes GFO Seb around Hazard. Apologies for missing that. GFO Seb thinks to himself, I finally get a wing, and then you don't even show me going around people in a beautiful fashion. As I saw Jonathan Cox receive another 3-second time penalty there, he won't be pleased. Can he? What can he do? How can he salvage this race? Your point leader, your defending champion. What does Jonathan Cox have in the tank? There he is now in his Red Bull. He's got 4.5 seconds to make up, now 4.4. To make up on his next competitor, that is Fishers. Can he do it? Can Jonathan Cox summon the strength, the courage, the focus? As Hazard is... Go, that is Hazard going around Fishers? No, because Fishers in the pits. Yes, pay attention, stupid. Let's see. Also, Leclerc has come in for a soft tire. Remember, back there we do have Mr. B trying to go for that soft tyre fast lap. Hazard being hounded by Seb. Seb having a nice and smooth and steady race despite losing the wing. I can't recall how that happened earlier. Probably some sort of contact with another racing driver. Given my experience, I'd say it was probably that. Let's see what he can do here. Very nice. Tucked right in behind was Hazard, and that is a difficult spot to be when a driver has just passed you and you're back on his bumper right into the braking zone. That is excitement as GFO Leclerc. Ooh, a little bumpity doo to Gerard. Hello, Gerard. I'll just give you a little bump there, sir. Goodbye. Just a little friendly hello from one racing driver to another, and Jonathan Cox, 5th place, 4.4 seconds. As Hazard is all over GFO Seb, can he get that position back or no? Because GFO Seb is going to be quite hungry, trying to go after Mr. Elite. That is a mighty, mighty gap. I don't think that can be overcome, can it? I don't see that happening, I do believe, but please bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, penalties. Penalties, penalties, penalties. I can't stress that enough. I'll just say it one more time. Penalties. In fact, FTH, Mr. Elite, and GFO Seb. Those are the 3 names we really want to focus on here as we look at penalties. Let's take a quick peek. Well, this is really... Oh, there's some penalties there. We have Stringy B, Mr. Elite, Leclerc, Fisher's Toon. We have Devil's Nightmare. Ian, this is just far too big a list. That is ridiculous. This is where having a second person would come in handy indeed, because that is just too much to look for. All the gaps. No one feels like being on television. No one wants to race, but let's see. GFO Leclerc and Fishers and Toon and Mr. B and the good doctor all trying those soft tires. Who will get the fast lap? Let's ride. Let's stay close. 3.3 seconds, Jonathan Cox, and descending is that number. As Hazard closes. Nope. Remember, he got passed by him. You have to remember these things. Back here it is. Oh, look at this. Fishers and Maverick. Fishers on those fresh tires. That will be no problem whatsoever. I'm quite certain he goes to the high. Oh, very smart. Ooh, a little space to... Very nicely done there. Very nicely done. Not much space given, but still he maintained and used those soft tires to his advantage. Well done. Well done indeed. Nevertheless, good clean driving still. But fierce. Fierce, to be sure. Jonathan Cox, 2.9 seconds watching that interval. As he closes in on Hazard, can he then close in on GFO Seb? That is quite a journey for Jonathan Cox to get to the podium. But again, how will penalties play out? Toonvan, another penalty for him. Let's see, I'm not sure. Let's look again at your points where they are running. Your point leader, Jonathan Cox, in the 5th position. Will not here. 20 points out in 2nd place. We have a yellow flag. I'm watching the miniature map and I see no racing drivers completely stopped, so that's good. I Fishers is 3rd in points, 35 points back. He is down in 9th position. Who is looking to gain points the most right here? Who is looking to really make a move? Obviously your leader, FTH, and Mr. Elite are trying to do something quite special. I do not see them in the top 10 in points, so that would be a great day for them, no doubt. Far, far is the spacing between the racing drivers. This is a mighty, mighty circuit. That guy at the end of the pit lane didn't look very pleased with his job. I don't know if it was just me. He was hanging his head quite a bit. Perhaps he just got a text or something he didn't like. I don't know. Let's look. Where are the gaps? Let's take a peek while we've got time. While there are no battles taking place, we have FTH, although let's forget that. GFO Leclerc will have DRS and he will be fast. There is that DRS flappity-doo open as he closes in on... Oh, wait, who's that? Oh, that's Jonathan Cox. My goodness. Fourth in points, GFO Leclerc, 40 points behind this man, Jonathan Cox. Soft tires, old hards. Who will come out on top? There goes GFO Leclerc to the inside of Jonathan Cox on those hard tires. Through the big sweepy muggy they go, and Jonathan Cox has to yield. It's just too much to ask of those hard tires to do anything with the soft tires there of GFO Leclerc, and away goes Mr. Leclerc. Jonathan Cox, you must be smooth, salvage what you can, the name of the game today. Your leader FTH, second place Mr. Elite. But penalties, 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 how will they affect things here? Let's go back to Maverick, who is closing in on Toonfen. He was closing in on Toonfen. We'll check back with that again later, as still Jonathan Cox trying to stay close to GFO Leclerc, perhaps hoping he'll make some sort of mistake as Leclerc closes in on Hazard. Will Leclerc be able to do something with Hazard? I'd say yes. Same situation as with Mr. Cox. Hazard is on those old hard tires, whereas GFO Leclerc is on the... Well, you know, they've been out there a few laps, but better soft tires. And there is DRS open, there is soft tire to the inside of hard, and there goes GFO Leclerc, left, right. Ooh, little slippity slide there. That looked fun. That looked fun. I think, no, it probably was not fun at all from the perspective of GFO Leclerc, who knows that with that slip he allows Hazard to have a bit of a breather of him, but the soft tires will maintain. Coming around to 2 laps to go. Next time by for your leaders, I do believe, as FTH approaches the line. Jonathan Cox, can he close in onto the back of Hazard? This battle is one that will be good between 2 very equal tires, though Jonathan Cox on the 1 lap older tire. They are both old and well and hard. And here goes, oh, yellow flag somewhere on the racing circuit. Through turn 1 it was, but no one stopped. Jonathan Cox has a look to the inside. Hazard, hello? Hello? Make a mistake, sir. I'm coming. So you have 2 choices, is what Jonathan Cox is saying to Hazard. He's saying, you can make a mistake, or I can blow your doors off and drive right through. Whereas Hazard is saying, well, screw you, sir. I shall not do anything of the sort. I shall continue to trudge ahead here on my 1 lap better tires. Do what you may. Well, let's see what he may do, because he will have DRS. There it is. Open. Zoom. Not enough. Not yet. But close. Oh, and there it is. Look at that. As I Fisher sets your fast lap right now with a 1:30.054. That seems very speedy. As the good doctor has exceeded the track limits and been given a 10-second penalty. That's a big one. And so as they come around here, your leader has just taken the white flag. A very impressive run here from FTH, but the question still remains, how may penalties affect him? Could he possibly have multiple penalties? Not to wish ill will on anyone, but could it happen? Who knows? And there is Mr. Elite, same story. Could this somehow, could it be, though we know our point leader has penalties, could this pull him back to a podium? Will it pull GFO Seb and Leclerc as they continue to battle? Leclerc, he certainly will be able to make the pass on his namey type teammate, sort of. Here he comes. He will have DRS. White flag is out. This is for your final podium position, and it is GFO Leclerc through into 3rd place. How will this play out? What will the stewards have to say? What will the penalties do? There is Hazard. Will he be able to make one final move and get back against Jonathan Cox, who got around him, and I missed that. So Jonathan Cox ended up saying, yep, I don't care about that extra lap your tires have. I'm going to take the position. Let's go up front and go with your leader, FTH, who will cross the line in first. Congratulations, you. But the story's not quite over. Let's watch. There goes FTH crossing the line in first. Here comes Mr. Elite. Will they remain in those positions? Did they run a clean race? There he goes as GFO Leclerc crosses the line. Hello, team. We did a good job today. He crosses in third. And it appears as though those drivers are going to maintain those positions. Indeed. Congratulations, FTH, Mr. Elite, and GFO Leclerc. Your podium finishers. GFO Seb finishes in fourth. Hazard fifth. Jonathan Cox in sixth. Gerard in seventh. Bagos will be eighth. Here comes Toonfen in ninth. And rounding out your top 10 will be Maverick on some very, very old medium tires. Take that, you medium tires. 1 point, please. Does Maverick have few enough penalties to maintain that 1 point? Will he get to keep it, or will iFishers steal it away? Maverick will keep his point. Well done, good sir. Ian in 11th, Fishers 12th. Mr. B will come across in 13th, and the good doctor in 14th. Not sure what's going on here, but whatever. Congratulations to your winner, FTH. That's a good race. Nearly 12-second lead over his nearest competitor. Well, that's now, I suppose. I don't know what it was at the end. But good job, you. And we would like to welcome you, indeed. Or thank you, I should say, rather. Thank you for joining us. And there's your driver of the day, doing a little dancey pose. Hello, look at me. GFO Leclerc. I'm your driver of the day. And there is your podium. Congratulations. Well, we did indeed see plenty of good, fierce racing action here today. Those 5 or 6 racing drivers who gave us quite a show throughout most of the center part of that race was pretty fantastic racing, gentlemen. How will the Incidents channel look after this race? We saw many come-togethers. We saw Jonathan Cox take a couple of spins and still come through in 6th position. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. I think that's quite special. Because he spent a good portion of the race returning his car to the racing surface. I'm not sure why, but we'll see this week, and we'll let you know next week on Tuesday Night Racing. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you again next time. Good night.